What is up, everybody? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I am going to be giving you guys another packer review. This time it's a more budget-friendly packer. It's one that you can find really easy on Amazon. It's very cheap, very low budget type packer. But before we get into this packer review, I actually wanted to talk to you guys a little bit about this podcast that I'm currently working on. It's called In My Queer Body. It's a queer LGBTQ, specifically like trans-oriented healthcare podcast where I have guests on and we talk about the kind of obstacles that we have faced within the healthcare community. I feel like even though a lot of times trans and queer people talk almost constantly about the type of shit that we have to go through and the obstacles that we have to face when we seek out healthcare, there's really like very little actual research done on why the healthcare avoidance rate within the trans community is so high. So I feel like this podcast is a really great way to kind of let people come and speak out about their own experiences and their own thoughts on the healthcare avoidance issue and how we can kind of prevent it from happening in the future, or how healthcare professionals should educate themselves in order to prevent it from happening in the future. I'll go ahead and put the link in the description below. You can listen to it on Spotify, you can listen to it on Anchor, the website that hosts the podcast. I would really appreciate it if you guys gave it a listen. Link in description, give it a listen, let me know what you think in the comments below. And with all of that out of the way, let's go ahead and jump straight into this packer review. So, the packer that I'm going to talk to you guys about today is, like I said, very low budget type packer, kind of a really simple, easy beginner type packer. This is the Calexotics packer. I think on Amazon it's specifically called a dildo, but it's not a dildo at all. It's basically like a soft daily packer. If you watched my last Bag of Dicks series episode, the first episode in this series where I reviewed the Peacock Gen 3S 3-in-1, you'll know already kind of how this video is going to work. We're going to go through some categories and I'm going to give it a score out of 10, from 1 being the worst to 10 being the best in each category, and then at the end we'll kind of come up with the average overall score for the packer in this video. So like I said, there is another video that I've done in this series before with the Peacock Gen 3S. However, I wasn't really sure how like YouTube's guidelines worked when it comes to like showing, packers and like phallic type things in videos. I did some research, I watched a few other packer reviews, and it looks like, you can show a little bit of the packer. So in this video, I actually am going to show you guys the packer later on when we actually get to like the realisticness of the packer and things like that. But for now, I'm just going to go through the basic categories. So starting off with affordability. Like I said earlier, this is a very budget-friendly, very beginner-friendly type packer. It's only $20.88 on Amazon, I think, which is a little bit more expensive than what I bought this packer for. Granted, I bought this packer back in like 2017. I've had it for years and I've used it that entire time. And when I bought it, I think it was closer to around like $17. So the price has increased a little bit, not by a lot, but now, like I said, it's near $21. And since it is available on Amazon, or since I bought it off of Amazon, there is the option for free shipping if you're eligible. So yeah, typically it'll run you about $21. So since it is so affordable and you do have the option for free shipping since it comes from Amazon, I'm gonna give it a 7 out of 10, points docked because you're shopping on Amazon. So that is self-explanatory. I'm also docking a few points just because, like I said, the price has gone up in recent years. Even though it was a small increase, an increase is still an increase. So piggybacking off of affordability, we're gonna go into the variability category. So variability just includes, how many colors it's available in, what sizes it's available in, is it available in cut and uncut, things like that. For this packer, I'm gonna go ahead and give it a 4 out of 10 on the variability scale just because there's not a whole lot of options. Like I said, this is just like a basic Amazon type packer. You only get 4 color choices. There's ivory, which is like really white. Tan, which is the one I have, it's a bit more of a beigey color. Then you have brown, which is like a little bit darker than tan, and black, which is a very dark brown color. And it's only available in 2 different sizes, the 5-inch size, which is the one that I have, and then the 4-inch, those are the only 2 size options available. So since there's not really a lot of variability here, I really only gave it a 4 out of 10 for self-explanatory reasons. Now, this next category, realisticness, I'm gonna go ahead and show the packer in this category, so if for whatever reason you don't want to see the packer, you can skip to the end of this. I'm gonna go ahead and show it right now, and you'll understand the score that I gave this packer once I show it to you. So I ended up giving this packer a 2 out of 10 on the Realisticness scale, and this is why. Granted, okay, I've had mine since 2017 and it has seen some shit, okay, so it's pretty banged up. But yeah, this is what the packer looks like. It's not very realistic at all. There are some details on the packer, but there's no like extra details painted on or anything like that. There's some texture on the scrotum here and some veins and stuff on the actual shaft and a little bit of like skin texturing or like a circumcision scar. But yeah, like I said, it's a 2 out of 10 on the Realisticness scale. The paint job is very basic. And yeah, it's just, like I said, don't judge mine. He's very beat up. He's been through a lot. He's seen a lot of shit. But yeah, I think you can probably understand why this only gets a 2 out of 10 on the Realisticness scale. Now, we're going to talk about the durability of this packer. Now, I told you guys that mine has been through some shit, okay? This guy has really seen some fucked up stuff. I have left this thing in the trunk of a hot car in the middle of August while I was living in Texas. We're talking 100+ degree weather. It has melted, it has like warped on the sides. There is some wear and tear on the underside of the shaft where it meets the ball sack. However, with all of the shit that I have put this packer through, it still has maintained its original shape for the most part. It's a little bit warped, like I said, but it still works really well as a packer. It has held up over time, and the paint job has never faded. Easily a 9 out of 10. I just docked a point because out of my own stupidity and my lack of proper care, it has kind of warped and shifted a little bit. For the wearability scale, I'm gonna go ahead and give it 7.5 out of 10. I did dock a couple points just because if you wear it during the hotter months or if you wear it with something that's a little bit tighter to your skin, it does get a little bit sweaty, a little bit like swamp assy down there, but that's, you know, something that you can deal with. But otherwise, this packer is very wearable. It fits pretty easily into any briefs or underwear that you're wearing. I've used it with multiple different types of harnesses and multiple different types of underwear. It has a very subtle, not super noticeable bulge. It's just enough for you to feel comfortable with it and just enough for somebody to notice, if they happen to look, that there is something there. The material is a very soft, kind of like squishy silicone material. So if you're wearing something tighter, it kind of like compresses the packer a little bit to you, which reduces the visibility of the bulge, which is something that I personally really like about it. Points deducted just because it gets a little bit hot when you wear it for extended periods of time, but that's to be expected. Now, the last topic, or I guess the last category that we're going to talk about is usability. So this, like I said, it's just a soft daily packer. You can't use it for sex or anything like that. I've tried, trust me, it does not work. It's way too flexible, way too squishy for that. For packing, it is very easy, very straightforward to use, and it's actually very easy to take care of if you're not forgetful like me and leave it in a trunk of a car in the middle of August in Texas heat. With cleaning, all you need is like a tiny bit of soap and maybe some baby powder or talcum powder, like I said, if you just want to kind of absorb any moisture that may occur while it's in your underwear or anything like that. But yeah, other than that, just keep it out of the sun, keep it in a dry, cool, and dark place when you're not using it. Very easy packer to take care of, very easy to wear. It functions really well as a soft daily packer. Like I said, I really never had any issues with this. I would honestly really recommend this packer for a beginner, somebody who's just starting to get into packing. That's why I bought it. That's when I bought it, was when I was just kind of entering the world of packing and I didn't really know what to expect, what to look for, what to get, and I think you would probably really enjoy it as well. Overall score for the Calexotics dildo packer is a 6.5 out of 10, just based on everything. Obviously we had to dock some points, A, for my own stupidity, and B, we're shopping off Amazon here, but we're buying on a budget. It's a good packer for what it is. It's a good packer for what you pay for, but it's not the most realistic. It would probably pass a squish test, but other than that, you're not going to get any extra points on realisticness or usability for anything other than just a daily packer. But yeah, that is everything that I have to say about this specific packer. If you want any more details, you can ask questions in the comments below. I'll do my best to answer as well as I can. If you or anyone you know have seen this packer or have used this packer as well, let me know in the comments below and we can chat about it. You can give me your opinions on it. Maybe you would give it a different score on certain categories than I did. That's totally fine and I would love to hear about it. If you have any other packers or toys that you would like me to check out, like me to review in this series, please, again, leave them in the comments below. I'm more than willing to take suggestions from any of you guys at home watching this. Thank you so much for giving this video a look. Again, please, if you haven't already, give a listen to my podcast, and while you're down there, you might as well just subscribe to my channel as well so you don't miss any future videos from me. Thank you so much for being here. I will see y'all in the next video.